And we are live. You already know what it is. It's the one, the only Mr. L selected in the building. So we're gonna talk about tonight. History was made tonight. Mr. LeBron James s- did the unthinkable and basically did something that a lot of people did not expect. Well, a lot of people expected, but a lot of people didn't think it was possible. But he was able to get it done tonight, and he was able to. He's basically be able to go out there and surpass the great Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's record and become the number one all-time scoring leader in NBA history. He has scored the most points in NBA history tonight. So, first and foremost, I would like to say congratulations to LeBron James for making history and going out there and doing the unthinkable. If you had told people 10, 20 years ago that, or 11, even 8 years ago, 7 years ago, 9 years ago, 4 years ago, even 5 years ago, even 3 years ago, that LeBron would have passed the record, a lot of people have been like, you're lying. I don't believe you. That's impossible. That record is there's too much points scored. There's too many years, too much years of basketball, too much. You got to do a lot to be able to do something like that. And LeBron James was able to do it. So kudos to him. Congratulations to him and his entire family for being able to go out there and basically, you know, create history. And we're gonna talk about it. Salute to my guy, number one blog in the building. Number one blogger, what's popping? How you feeling, bro? How's everything going?
Not too bad, man. I'm good. And yourself?
Yo, I'm all right. Still, I'm chilling right now. You already know what it is. It's late nights right over here, out here, and just talking about the night that was, the game that just finished off. The Los Angeles Lakers did play the Oklahoma City Thunder in a pretty. They played them in a pretty good game. You see what I'm saying? It was a pretty entertaining game. It had its moments. It was all over the place, but at the end, Lakers couldn't get the job done. What's your thoughts on that?
What I'll definitely say is I gotta give credit where credit is due. From the number one blogger to the number one scoring leader. Congratulations, King LeBron James, on getting the all-time scoring, um, basically the all-time scoring record over Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Kareem has held it for at least 38 years, and LeBron came through and did his thing. Um, to me, it's not about individual accolades. The reason why I say it's not about individual accolades is yes, you can get the record, but remember, you still got to win the game. I wasn't happy with the way the Lakers executed. They did not execute at all. I was not happy. A night like this, you're supposed to win to put an exclamation point on it. And
I
to
agree.
me, it wasn't enough.
No, I agree with you 100%. Honestly, I'm gonna give you that. They definitely didn't go out there and perform and execute on the level that they should have performed and executed. I think the Lakers were a little bit all over the place. There was moments where you would see like spurts of them scoring and getting back in the game, and then all of a sudden they lose the lead, or they not even have the lead. They would be behind. They basically trailed the whole entire game. You know what I mean? You saw moments where it's just like they don't have good defense. They're not well coached. They don't have a great coach. They don't even have a personally, I don't even think they have a coach at all. Because the way he was coaching out there, it looked like they were just doing some pickup basketball stuff going on over there. So that's a whole nother conversation. Also, another thing that they're lacking is in the department of bigs. They're not playing big. Rui did some stuff out there. He was playing pretty big. He did his 1-2, and then outside of that, it was kind of like who else was out there? Who else was really doing it? You see what I'm saying? At that level, like Anthony Davis was a no-show. What was your take on Anthony Davis tonight?
Honestly, Anthony Davis, his game was trash tonight. I didn't see anything from him. I personally think that he forced it. And a guy like Anthony Davis, especially with your basketball IQ and the way you know how to play basketball, like you should have brought it. I feel like To be brutally honest, I'm gonna make the statement. A lot of people are gonna be mad, but I don't care. Simply put, Anthony Davis is overrated. He
I agree
really
with
is.
I agree with you 100%. He is overrated. I think he's straight. I think he's a former shell of himself. I think his heydays are past him. Uh, Also, salute to the one, the only, the Omari Wave. Anyone who'd like to join the link is in the chat here. You can definitely jump in, chime in. Just tell us your thoughts. Tell us what you saw tonight. But yeah, I think Anthony Davis is washed up. I think the injuries have gotten the best of him. I think he's no longer he's not at the level that he once was, and it shows out there on the court. So it is what it is with him. As far as LeBron James goes, my take on LeBron James, okay, it's very simple. Great performance, like my guy number one blogger said. You're supposed to go out there and actually win the game. Like, you know what I mean? You pass the record, but don't pass the record and lose. You know what I mean? Put the icing on the, you know what I mean? I mean the cherry on the top of the icing or the cake and get that win. You see what I'm saying? And I think they weren't able to do that. And I don't think that was a good look, period. Um, you're supposed to win in games like this, but let's talk about the record now. I'm going to speak about the record very quickly, and I'm going to go to my guy, number one blogger. He's going to break it down about the record. So, when it comes to this record right here, my thoughts on it is this. I think this record does a lot for LeBron James. I think this record is going to have a lot of people use this record to go out there and have their reasons on why LeBron James may be the greatest player of all time. Um, as far as the record goes, I think the record is a milestone. It shows the longevity of LeBron James because LeBron James didn't go to college. He came fresh out of high school out in Ohio there, and he literally went straight into the NBA. So out of high school, he's been playing right off the rip. So he came out of high school in the year 2003, I believe it was. The 2003 draft. He was in the 2003 draft. Um, so like literally that was his time frame. He came in that time frame. You see what I'm saying? So it's been like a very long time. You see what I'm saying? He's been playing basketball. If you look at it from 2003 to 2023, he came in the fall of 2003, 2004 season, and we're in the 2022, 2023 season. So this guy's been playing basketball for a very, very long time. So it's a milestone record for him. As far as the record goes, my take on it, I think it's an accomplishment that he's going to probably carry. I don't think anyone will be able to pass it in the next like what they said, like it was like what 40, what 38 years. I think
That's
number one blog said,
correct.
yeah,
That is
38
correct.
years.
38 years. Yep.
So I don't see anyone passing that record anytime soon, especially nowadays with these guys getting hurt every other week. You see what I'm saying? You feel me?
Hmm.
So it's kind of like, yo, salute to my guy over here. Who's this? Says killer be killed. Yo, shouts to the one, the only killer be killed. And he says, yo, hand pink waving. Okay. Yeah. So definitely, yeah. So yo, this was a record that he's been chasing. Well, I think he's been chasing this record for a while. So I know this record is important to him, and I commend him for that because at least he had the foresight to actually go out there and push to beat this record, which was something that he wanted and something that he managed to accomplish. As far as him being the goat, as far as I still don't see it. There's a lot of things that there's other things that factor in. He passed Kareem, but he still hasn't passed Kareem in championships. He hasn't led his team to more championships than Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He has about 4 championships. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar has 6. So LeBron James has played in like what 10 NBA championships, playing a lot of NBA championships. You see what I'm saying? So um, he has a lot of work cut out for him to actually still become the GOAT. Can he become the GOAT when it's all said and done? He'd have to win a few more championships before he becomes the GOAT in my eyes. But you know, I've literally watched his entire career from like the beginning till now. So I could tell you right now that he is a top 10 player. Definitely is a top 10 player. He's been a top 10 player, I would say, since 2000 and what is it? 2015. He's been a top 10 player. So from 2003 to 2015, he's always been a top 10 player in my eyes. So he's done a lot of work. He's put in the work, and he's has a lot of basketball knowledge on him. So I can congratulate him for this record. He's done a lot for the NBA. And what's your take on that? We have the one, the only Omari Styles. What's your take on this record night tonight?
Yo, big up to the panel. Congratulations, LeBron James. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Congratulations to him. Congratulations to him, but MJ's still the GOAT, bro. Sorry to say. Or the greatest of all time, bro. Sorry.
Yeah, I agree, bro. I agree with you 100%, yo, on that, bro. Like, just explain why your thoughts on the actual record and like the amount of time it took him to get this record done. Like, what's your take on that and just everything about this record right here?
Uh the new NBA just makes it less impressive, to be honest with you. His longevity, I would say, is the most impressive thing about this thing. I mean, I feel like, bro, I was like in high school. Not to age myself when this guy started playing. I still remember that magazine cover. What was it? Sports Illustrated. Who's next? When he had the his high school uniform on, bro. That was like what, 03? Like 20 years ago. You know what I'm saying? So this guy stood the test of time. Very impressive. But the new NBA, the way it's um, currently ran, makes it a lot less impressive with all the cheap fouls and the 3 point barrages. And yeah, it's yeah. So different. What, Kareem only had what, one 3 pointer in his whole career in 20 years. You see what I'm saying? So stat padding's kind of killed this record for me a little bit.
Yeah, I think you've nailed on some valid points there. Honestly, like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, I didn't even think about that. He didn't even shoot the three. Also, too, he went to college for 4 years as well. He went to the UCLA University over there, and he was over there playing basketball. So, this record is kind of like it took LeBron a long time to do it, right? But at the same time, he also did have a head start, and people need to take that into consideration. We are being objective here. You see what I'm saying? So, we are being objective, yo. Honestly, uh, so it is what it is. Like personally, I honestly think that this record is a record that was based off of longevity, based off course, the new NBA. But I will give LeBron James this as well. He did play in the old NBA as well. So he played in the early 2000s as well. But he played in several eras, man. So this guy's been around. This guy's a fossil, man. You see what I'm saying? Like this guy's just been around. Like he's just one of those guys who've always been around. Like don't let his looks and his appearance fool you. Even though his appearance, you could start seeing he's aging, but don't let his you know what I mean, his youthfulness on all the platforms and wherever you see him. But he's been around for a very long time. So where a lot of his peers and all of them were kind of like, you know, dropping like flies by the early 2010s or to the mid 2010s, they were already out of the league. Some of them were out of the league by the early 2010s. His peers, the guys he was coming into the league with, maybe 10, 11 seasons, they're out, and he's still going strong, right? So it's kind of like he has lasted the test of time. He said he can go for another 3 to 5 more years. Will he do it? I probably believe he will, just because he's gonna play with his son, and then he's gonna make sure that he doesn't he doesn't he makes sure that this record he's gonna hit up to 40,000. Once he hits 40,000, I don't see anyone passing 40,000. Well, because the problem is with the load management, the injuries. These guys, I don't see none of these guys getting 40,000 points. That's gonna be like something else, bro. 40,000 points, man, in the NBA. You know, of course, there's a lot of his critics and skeptics are his critics and people who are critiquing him, and people who've had kind of questions about how he was able to last this long. Those debates are always going to be there as well. People are going to be like, hey, how has he managed to do this, or hey, how did he manage to do that, or hey, this is kind of fishy, or this is a little bit suspicious. But at the same time, though, we still have to give him his credit, right? Like, regardless of what, he still had to get up and go out there and do the job, right? Also, you're right on that. I think Omari Wave stated one thing as well, that the stat padding. There is this new NBA. There's no defense, so literally you're gonna blow by your opponent and you're gonna get your points off. No, but look at the game tonight. Go look at the game tonight. Guys were literally there's holes all over the court. Like literally, it's like you could literally get to your shot left, right, and center. It's too easy. It's literally too easy. So, and it's like literally they're playing pickup basketball, but there's no physicality involved. So that's another factor as well. Number one blogger, what's your take on that?
Yeah, I totally agree with the sentiment of Omari Styles. Let's be honest, the NBA has become so soft. Even the fouls that they even give to LeBron, like it's out of control. Like what happened to such a league that you used to get banged out back in the day, now to whereas you literally touch a guy and all of a sudden like yo the ref is quick to blow the whistle. And the thing is, let's be honest, yes, LeBron may be an exceptional player, but they give him too many easy points. Like it's crazy. Like when you look at it, it's like, are we watching professional sports or are we watching amateurish stuff? Because it's like, I remember when I used to watch basketball back in the day, like I really enjoyed it because we were talking about low scoring games. Like we're talking about the Detroit Pistons of the 2000s that had guys like Ben Wallace, Chauncey Billups, Rip Hamilton. Like the list goes on. Like those guys were really get in your face type of defense, type of guys that really made you enjoy the game. But I just feel like now it's just it's become too open. And just like you said, the stat padding like is ridiculous. Like the average game now, it's easy to get 100. Now you see guys scoring 100. You're seeing teams scoring 140, 150 points with ease, and you're just like, what's going on? I mean, I believe last month or months before, Donovan Mitchell scored 71 in an NBA game. Like this shit's become too easy. Like when is defense gonna come back to the forefront? I doubt it now because let's be honest, Adam Silver, he looks at the game. He looks at the game now like it's an arcade video game. Now, let's be brutally honest. There is more I definitely want to talk about, but hey, I definitely want this stream to continue to get going. And when we get back to that conversation, I'll definitely add my piece on them celebrating LeBron mid game. But let's continue.
Yeah, old Styles, is there anything you want to add to that, bro? Number one blogger hit some excellent points. Like these are some great points there. And salute to my guy, Killer Be Killed, bro. You know what I mean? Yo, he says Benavides versus Plant. That's a potential fight that I may be covering. We'll get into that. We'll get into that. Yo, that's gonna be a big fight. That's gonna be a good fight. I'm looking forward to it. Yo, so what's your take on that? Number one, I'm not the Mari Wave, bro.
I agree. I agree with what GNA is just saying. Number one blog, I agree. NBA's gotten really soft. Yeah, it's an arcade league, 100%. It's it's a 2K league, 100%. I like the fact that L Selector's doing this stream. You know what I'm saying? It's time. It's time to get back on it. You know what I mean? Let the people hear your voice, man. Um, and yeah, I mean, it's kind of nothing new under the sun type of concept, because back in the 70s the game was actually getting boring, right? So ratings were dropping, and Playoff games weren't really even, like just ratings were just dropping left, right, and center. Nowadays, ratings are, like El Selector always touches on, are dropping left, right, and center. So, Adam Silver, I guess, pressure is probably on his head to get the game back to a more exciting pace and get the ratings up. So, yeah, you're gonna get a lot of offense. Definitely gonna get a lot of offense. Um, uh, I guess Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, they came in the league and revitalized the league in the '80s. Rivalries is a big thing in the NBA. There's no real rivalries anymore. There's no real rivalries. So the NBA, I don't know. I don't know what's really going on right now with the NBA because there's no real rivalries. Players are just leaving left, right, and center. There's a lot like just switching teams left, right, and center. Um, like El Selector said, I don't know if we'll have another 40,000 point. I don't think we'll get another 40,000 point score. Period. After LeBron James for the next little while. Load management, all types of stuff. So there's just. I mean, if it's LeBron's night, I mean, it's a chance to look a little bit deeper into the NBA's current situation right now, and diehard fans of the old school game, you know, don't really like this new way that the game is being played. But at the same time, these young kids who are playing nowadays, there's unlimited potential for what they can do on the court. You see how they're calling less travels. You see how they're these guys are incorporating different footwork and different moves and euro steps and all types of things. There's just all types of evolution for the game because of the way it's now played. Yeah, so defense might be definitely a thing of the past. But again, congratulations to LeBron James. We'll see where the game goes in the next couple of years. It's always evolving, always changing. Uh, we'll see. We'll see. I would like the NBA to, just give LeBron his props, but slowly just start to usher him out. Let's get a new batch of people in here. You know what I mean? Let's see what else is going on. Let's see if they could. Let's see what this number one pick guy is saying. What's his name? Wembenyana. Let's see what he's saying. Like, I mean, big ups to LeBron and all, but bro, it's been 20 something years we've been calling this guy's name. It's, I mean, like, big ups to LeBron though. Still,
No, I agree with you 100%. Honestly, like, yeah, you hit on some valid points there, the Omari Wave. Like, yeah, man, this is really like you guys stated, the league. Like, it's kind of like, hmm, it's just no defense, right? So it's just like this game tonight was there was flashes of nice stuff that I saw, but then there's things I saw that was just terrible basketball, like no boxing out when guys are at the free throw line. There's no nothing, like there's no post up game, like proper post up games. It's kind of like a little bit amateur. Like you did say, like this game is like, nothing new under the sun, bro. Like a lot of the high scoring was happening in the 1970s, right? There was high scoring games. This game is looking very similar to the 1970s, but the problem is the defense is not. But you think over time as the game evolves, everything gets much better. But actually, the game has actually gotten more watered down. As far as LeBron James goes, LeBron James has been playing for a very long time, and because LeBron James has been playing for a very long time, he's able to like go out there and actually do this and actually do this and actually get these numbers. You see what I'm saying? The numbers are impressive. I'm not gonna lie, I can't take that away from the man. It looks good, and it really looks good because he's number one. Nobody can take that away from him. But at the same time, though, I would have loved to see him win this game. Also, shouts to my guy God, bro. God, what's going on,
Oh,
bro?
what's
Long
good?
time,
What's
bro.
good, man?
What's going on, bro? How you
Bro,
feeling, bro?
yeah, I just want to congrats LeBron. Congrats on being the second greatest player of all time.
Mhm.
Congrats on passing the record.
Facts, facts.
But
What's
yeah,
your take on it? What's your take on the record, bro? The whole thing, the whole game.
you should have
LeBron
won the game,
James.
bro. You should like win the damn game.
I agree.
It's the Thunder, bro.
I agree. I agree.
Like if you lost to the Bucks next game, it's whatever. It's the Bucks. You lost to the Thunder, bro, at home.
I agree. I agree. I agree. Also, what was your take on them like stopping the game to celebrate and
That
congratulating
was
him
that
and
was
everything?
disrespectful to OKC. And like weren't they leading?
Yeah, I agree, bro. I was thinking the same thing, bro. I'm like, why are they doing that, bro? Can't they wait till the game is done? Maybe give them a few minutes and then celebrate after the game. But they decided to celebrate during the game, bro, which is very strange and unusual to me. Usually give like a minute, everyone claps, standing ovation, and then the game goes back on. But they literally just did a full throttle celebration, took pictures, game went on pause. It was like recess, bro, and then bro, they went back to the freaking game again. It was very unusual. But yo, what else did you think of the game, God, bro? Like, talk to us, bro. What's your your thoughts on the Lakers right now? LeBron James's record. He just literally created history last couple hours ago. You know what I mean? And
My take on
surpassed.
the Lakers is there's a lot of rumors of Fred and Gary to them. I do not want Westbrook, man. I do not want him. I would literally not be a Raptors fan anymore if we get that fucking bum.
No, I hear you still, but yo, what? Let's focus on the record. We'll talk about the Raptors shortly. We'll be back this week with the Raptors talk, but let's talk about the record right now. Just give me the record. What's your thoughts on that record?
I
Like, what's
mean,
your thoughts on it?
I mean, like, who do you think will break it now? I mean, it
Nobody.
seems like nobody.
I don't
Like
see anybody breaking it.
the only name I think is Luca.
He won't break it. He won't break. He's not even playing. There's games he's not even playing right now.
Yeah, but like, it's unbreakable now. Like, no one's gonna break this
LeBron
record. I
James is
think.
still playing. Luca and LeBron are playing at the same time. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and LeBron James are not playing at the same time. Who's gonna beat the record? They're playing right now at the same time. They're in the same era right now as we speak. They're both in the same era.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. 38,000 points. That's just crazy.
38,000, bro. That's like he started playing basketball. He got into the NBA in 2003, 2004. So the fall of 2003, LeBron James entered the NBA. So that
Wait, like,
record started in the fall of 2003.
wait. In your opinion, does this change anything in the goat debate, or like, nah?
No, it doesn't. It wasn't change anything personally. I think the only way he can get to listen, honestly, skills wise, he's not the GOAT. There's a lot of things that he's lacking in his game. His game hasn't really. There's certain things that you see that are his game has, but his game has virtually kind of been the same since he's entered the NBA. He pretty much plays the same game. He hasn't really improved on like he's improved, of course, but he's obviously regressed now because he's old now, right? But at the same time, there's nothing that really like his footwork isn't immaculate. His rebounding. Look at his most of his reboundings. They're all on the when he gets his rebounds. He doesn't get offensive rebounds like at the rate he should. His turnover ratio is he's number one in turnovers in the NBA. You see what I'm saying? His scoring ability is there. His scoring ability is probably up top of the line. I tell people all the time he's in his prime. He was slicing and dicing up and down the court. So like he could literally do whatever he wanted to. He was literally playing bully ball and girl man basketball. And that's something that I like about him a lot because the fact that he was able to like get in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out, and score at that rate, bro. Like, dude, he had a high clip at one point. Like he was able to score at will, bro. He was flying over guys. He was doing spread eagle in the air, mid air, in game, doing the eagle dunks and stuff like that. Like, bro, in 2007, bro, I was seeing this guy doing some stuff. I was like, "Woof. Bro, is this guy like, what is this guy? This guy looked like he was like a playground legend, bro. He looked like one of those guys you hear about in the streets. You'd be like, oh man, that guy's the best of all time. Like, yo, man, he could have made it to the NBA type guys, but he made it to the NBA. So like, LeBron James is a good hooper. Like as far as the GOAT debate, I still think Michael Jordan surpasses him. I still think even Kareem Abdul-Jabbar surpassed him just because Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's won at every single level. And like if you look at LeBron's championships, there's always been like, okay, the bubble, that was cool, but like it was the guy literally the NBA went on freaking pause for like and they were literally all sitting in they were all in a like I think they were playing in a freaking they're playing basketball in like I don't even know some place over there. And then they had the bubble,
Disney.
then Disneyland, yeah. So it's just like whatever that was. But I'm not gonna take that away from him. He did win that, so that is a championship. And then he has the one in my Cleveland where Draymond Green freaking deactivated. You see what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
basically self-sabotaged and basically sabotaged his whole entire organization. That's a whole nother one right there. And then they had the other one where he went into the Heat, right? And this was when Dwayne Wade already won the championship. And it was kind of like he was just kind of like he had to learn how to play with him. And then he had Ray Allen, all these other guys, which is whatever, understandable. But like his kind of championships have been like there's no like one where it's just like staple, like stamp, like yo, LeBron James just cooked these guys, got it done. It's
Nah,
everything's kind of
yeah.
like there's all these question marks, or like you're looking at things. You really, it's like you have to really analyze them. You have to really like you shouldn't really have to analyze championships. Like when Giannis Antetokounmpo won the championship, nobody analyzed that. Everyone was just like, yeah, he won the championship. You see what I'm saying? There's no question
Yeah, but
mark.
wait. Like when Giannis won the title, everyone was saying like it was because of the Nets injuries.
Was that what people? Who was he playing? Who did he
I feel
play in the
like
championship?
Phoenix.
Bro,
no, but
Phoenix.
didn't the Nets get injured like both Harden and Kyrie?
Yeah,
No,
that
no,
was
no. I'm
the
talking about
when,
the
remember
championship, though. The
Durant. That's
championship.
when Durant put his foot on the line. His foot touched the line, and then that was a two,
Mhm.
and then went to overtime.
Yeah.
So
No,
I
it's not
mean,
even that.
every
So
every
like,
chip has its controversy though.
No,
Like
but no, but I'm talking about the actual finals, like the championship game itself, bro.
Phoenix faced
Yeah, LeBron
Phoenix.
James. LeBron James whooped through the Eastern Conference every single year. There's no question about that. It's just when he played Phoenix, he just whooped their ass. You see what I'm saying?
Or
And
Giannis, yeah.
I mean, he was up 2-0. They were down 2-0, and he ended up coming back and winning. So like, yo, like, or what's this other guy's name over here? When You know what I mean? Like, I'm not taking away LeBron's championship. I'm not gonna take away his night. But at the same time, like, I'm just saying, like, yo, he's played a long time, bro. Like, this dude ain't gonna stop. This dude will probably be around till 2025, maybe 2026. I wouldn't even be shocked if he's around 2027.
What how old will he be by then? How old is he now? He's what 37? He's
38,
38 now.
bro. 38, bro.
nah,
What are
like
we in
I think
2023?
I think
Twenty-twenty-three.
he's gonna play one game with his son, like one season, then he's done.
But 2025 is only 2 years away.
Bro, that's what I'm
Like
saying, bro.
he's
2026,
40.
4 years. He could play for another 4 years. He said he could play five. That's what I'm
Wait, but
saying. He could.
listen, do you know when
Yeah.
his like son can get drafted?
Pardon? His son can get drafted after next year. So next year and then the year after he'll get. His
Yeah,
son's
so
gonna go to
he has two
college.
years.
Huh?
I think he has 2 more years. He's gonna
No,
retire
no,
after
one.
that.
No, no, no. One. Next year, his son plays in the NCAA, or he goes to somewhere. He plays somewhere. I don't know where he's gonna play, but he'll play somewhere. And then he goes to the NBA. His son needs to go to the NCAA. His son's not an NBA prospect yet. He's not there yet. From what I looked at, I've read reviews, I've listened to scouts, I've heard everything. I've kind of done my digging in the crates on this guy, or digging, trying to get as much information from scouts and just reports and people's opinions and just all over. And I don't watch his son's games, so I'm just gonna let you guys know I don't watch any of his games. But at the same time, I've seen some of his highlights. Very good player. I think he lets the game come to him. He's very skilled. His son is very, very skilled. I think his son play, he lets the game come to him. He's very skilled. I think the only thing his son needs to be is more aggressive, and I think his passing ability needs to be much more better. But I do see, but he's in high school though, so whatever that can change.
Yeah,
But
but
as
like
far
I think
skills
like
go, skills are nice. He could play. His son is really skilled, bro.
but I think like the Bryce, the younger one, is better than
No, no, no,
Bronny.
no, 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 no. I watched the other one. The other one is still in development mode. That guy's a baby, bro. He needs
But
to.
he's like 6'6".
Yeah, but that's how tall he is. But doesn't mean he's better than him. The other one is better. The older one is way better. I looked at him. I see his shot. Everything
Yeah,
is
but
good.
obviously he's more
He reminds me.
polished.
He looks like exactly. But his game looks like a polished. Like his game looks like a polished he looks like a basketball player. Like he looks like a skilled basketball. Like there's some of these. I watch some of these guys play in today's NBA. They play, but like they play. His son, I could see his son becoming if his son worked on his scoring ability and his aggressiveness and his passing, he could be a like a I think his ceiling could be a Chris Paul. Like he could become a Chris Paul type player And then the worst he could be is like there's so many guys I've seen that play like that style, but I don't know who I'm thinking of right now. Like who should I think of? Like nah, there's certain guys. He could be like a generic player. Like he could be a generic Cooper, or he could be like his ceiling could be like a Chris Paul. But that's up to him though. I don't know if he like Kyle
No, I
Lowry.
don't
He could
see
be like
that
a
though.
Kyle
Like,
Lowry. He could be like a Kyle Lowry. Like he could literally be like a Kyle. Like that's exactly who he kind of plays like Kyle Lowry. But he's just more. He looks more taller. But I don't know. Kyle Lowry and he might be the same height.
come on
But
now, you know that's not realistic.
no, I'm telling you, bro. He looks like a Kyle Lowry. That's who he plays like. They have the same game. They have the. I go look at his game and go look at Kyle Lowry's game. It's very identical. It's like almost like very identical in high school. But Kyle Lowry, of course, is the better basketball player. Kyle Lowry's more polished. He has, but I'm just comparing as far as styles go, stylistically. He's a good player though. But I'm not. People are laughing at him, saying negative things about him. But I look at him. I'm like, bro, I've seen a lot of basketball players. The guy could play. The guy is literally doing under the leg dunks in game. In game. He's putting the ball under his leg and dunking the ball. Like he could play, man. The guy could play. He could dunk
Hey,
on
but
guys and
listen,
everything.
L, if he was not LeBron's son, would you still think this about him?
Yeah, I would still think he can play. As far as him being an NBA prospect, no, I don't think he. Of course, LeBron will fast track his way to the NBA because his name, right? Of course, the name. But if I saw him playing outside somewhere, I'd be like, this guy's a good basketball player. I'd be like, he's a good basketball player. As far as an NBA player, no, I don't. I still can he play in the NBA? I think he can eventually play in the NBA. Will
Yo,
he
I
play
think
in
he
the
can play
NBA?
in the NBA,
I
man.
Yeah, I
He
think he could
could
play in the NBA
he
as
could
well.
play in the NBA. Like nowadays, come on. I don't think the talent pool's as like,
Thank you.
you know what I
There's
mean? It's getting a little watered down
It's
now.
getting
Like
watered down.
as long as you kind of can look the part, fit the part, I'm sure you can get into the NBA. Like
Exactly.
look
I
at look
agree
at
with you.
Hernando Gomez. Like certain guys are just add nothing. They like literally come on the floor 0.0.0.1 per game.
Delana Ban.
Ken
No,
Birch.
Delano Ban could play, bro. Delano Ban
Ken
Nah,
could play.
Delana
Birch.
Ban.
People make fun of Delano Ban. I keep telling guys all the time, Delano Banton is a good basketball player. The problem is
Nah, I want him off the roster, bro.
Delano.
That
The problem is with Delano Banton is in a horrible system right now.
nah.
But we're
He
not
just
even gonna get
sucks,
into
bro.
that. We're not gonna get into that. Let's back to LeBron's son. What were you saying about Bronny over there?
Ronnie can ball still. I mean, I can't act like he's like the second coming of LeBron. I think that's
No,
what's
he's not.
hindering him. You know, he has that big name to live up to. So people are always going to compare him to his dad, compare him to his dad. But I think the guy, he's kind of struggling. I'm not gonna lie. Like he's not blowing out the competition, but I think the high school competition is probably like really good. In that part of LA, like let's be real. Like
Yo,
he's not
fam,
playing against those scrubs, bro.
I'm gonna
Like
be honest with you though, bro. He's passive aggressive. So he's the type of guy he's gonna let the game come to him. He does From what I'm observing, I just looked at him and I looked at him, I just kept reading reports and I just looked at him and kept looking at him. I found out he was averaging 10 points. I was shocked. I was like, yo, bro, you're doing under the leg dunks in game, bro, and you're averaging 10 points. That makes no sense. But
I mean,
then I
10
started,
points in high school is still a lot of points.
bro, that's not a lot of points in high school, bro. There's guys in high school, bro. There's guys where I've seen guys who are in his position in high school scoring down there 50 points a game.
but I don't think the game is. I think the game has evolved. I think the high school games probably evolved
No, no,
versus
no.
like
The high school game is the
our
high
like
school game.
high
No, no,
school
no,
game
no,
in '03
no,
versus
no,
high
no,
school game now. These guys
no,
are
no, no,
pulling
no,
up in like
no,
Mikey Williams is pulling up with a camera crew
bro.
and
That's all it is,
like
I'm
bro.
gonna
Bro,
have to interject.
yeah.
To be brutally honest, these kids should be scoring more nowadays than
Thank
back
you,
then.
thank you.
And to me, let's call a spade a spade. The only reason why this kid is getting hyped is he's LeBron's kid. I'm sorry. You can't be doing all them fancy dunks and scoring 10 points per game.
Exactly.
That's disgusting. When we were in high school, guys were doing 20 to 30. You can't tell
50
me,
points a game and your coach yelling at you, screaming, "Go play defense!" These guys don't even
yeah,
play defense anymore. You don't have to play defense back.
no,
There's
you
no
don't.
defense in basketball anymore. Also,
These guys
remember,
should be
there's no positions as well, so it makes it even easier. You can literally do
positionless
whatever.
basketball.
Yeah, you can literally come in there and be the tallest guy or the shortest guy and just do whatever you want to do. So the freedom is there. And these guys, I'm not, listen, don't get me wrong, there's high schoolers that are dropping 30, 40 points. You can go look at, there's thousands, there's hundreds of thousands of these guys. There's freaking millions of high school players that are dropping like 30, 40 points a game. There's a lot of guys. But remember, because of his name, of course, that's the reason why he's going to get the treatment, and which is understandable. But as far as him being a basketball player, I believe he's a good basketball player. I watched him from what I saw and I haven't watched a lot of his game, but I saw the highlights and I've seen certain things, and I would look at him and I'd be like, "This is a good basketball player right here. This is a very good basketball player. This is a skilled player. His game is mature. His game looks mature. Like even his body kind of looks. He looks like he could play in a college basketball right now, like a point guard. As far as how much points will he score, I don't know, but his dad's gonna force his ass in the NBA. The only thing that could hold him back is if he gets hurt or something like that. You feel me?
But any real basketball hooper will tell you, like, you don't just impact the game with points, right? He could be doing all types of stuff that doesn't show up on the stat sheet, and he can have a lengthy career in the NBA. So it's not necessarily all about points. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Oh,
but remember though, his the
finish it.
father's LeBron James, right? So there's a big shoe that he has. Remember, people are gonna look at him like, oh yeah, if he doesn't at least become an all-star or at least become something special, or at least if he becomes a journeyman, yeah, he'll have a great career. He'll make his money. He'll be great. He'll be as far as good career. He'll make his money. He accomplished something that nobody else, no, hardly anyone on this planet could ever accomplish is making it into that league because that league it's like virtually impossible to make it to that league at this point, right? It's not impossible, but it's like the percentages is stacked up against an individual, right? So, but at the same time though, like they will critique him. A lot of people, especially when his dad leaves the ball, he made it to league because of his dad. Look at Lonzo Ball, right? His dad hyped him up. Lonzo Ball might not ever play in the NBA ever again.
I more look at a guy like what's his name, Doc Rivers' son. There, that
Yeah, but
guy has never done nothing in the NBA. Austin Rivers, he's had what? He's at least at like year 10 by now. Look at that guy. Look at his resume.
yeah, well, I don't even know what he's done in the
Look
NBA,
at
bro.
that guy. Right.
Wait,
So
yo,
there's
L,
yeah.
Yeah.
are you going live after the deadline?
When is the deadline? I don't even know when the
It's
deadline is.
it's on Thursday.
Is it
Like,
tomorrow or tomorrow? Wait, Thursday is Thursday, right? Oh shit.
yeah, because
Probably.
I gotta finish a paper today right now.
Yeah. All right, bro. Yeah, no worries, bro. I'll be live. I'll be live tomorrow. Raptors play tomorrow, so I'll be live tomorrow.
I
All right, bro. Peace.
peace.
Yeah. Yo, so like I was saying though, bro, these guys, honestly, as far as like, you're right. Doc Rivers' son is tomatoes. He's straight garbage. So like, I don't think I don't even know how you even mentioned the fact that you even mentioned him. I'm thinking about him now. I'm like, did he get beat up the other day by
Yeah,
something? He got beat up. He got beat up, man. Guy beat him up.
yeah. Coaches' kids always make it to the league. That's every single
Nah,
league.
actually, you're wrong. He's the one that threw the punch at Mo Bamba. Remember the song that they made on Mo Bamba? Mo
Yeah,
Bamba.
yeah.
Yeah.
Shock West, Shock West from Harlem, New York. Yep, I don't know who you're talking about. Yep, I think he's from Milwaukee. Actually, he's from Milwaukee or something like that. Milwaukee or Harlem, one of them two. But yeah,
Who's Sheck West? Oh,
yeah,
he's
he's from
from New York,
Milwaukee.
right?
No, he's from
Oh, I didn't
Milwaukee
know that.
originally. Yeah, he's from Milwaukee. hmm
So who's a better basketball player? LeBron James. Like, does he pass anybody on that? Like Bill Russell,
No,
Kareem, Jordan.
no,
Does he?
no, no.
He's still in that second tier.
Yeah, he's still in that he's still in that top 10 rank. He's just not above. He has to do, bro, this is what I need from LeBron James. I'm gonna tell LeBron what I need. If LeBron, you're listening to this, you put on your if you're in your car or wherever you are, if you're at home now, or you're in the locker room and you just happen to listen to this, yo, this is what you need to do to pass Michael Jordan. You need to give me 100-point game. You also need to give me 3 more championships. And then I'm gonna be like, all right, you know what? You're the GOAT. But you gotta give me 100-point game. I need something like that because with your ability, your strength, your body type, you should have given me at least 100-point game on it. And you need to give me a slam dunk championship, bro. I know you're old and you know what I mean, but you got to go out there and do something. But it is what it is at this point. He's not going to do any of that. Probably maybe a championship he might give me, but I don't think the slam dunk contest.
Do you think he passes Bill Russell at
No,
least?
no. Come on, that's the Lord of the Rings. You can't. There's nobody's gonna pass him, bro. That guy is like, bro. That guy is God body, man. You feel
But
me?
like he's like a dinosaur now. Like
He's gone. God bless his soul. He's
God
passed
bless his
away.
soul
He's a
too. Yeah.
mythical creature. He's like almost like it's unheard. It's like what he did is, bro. He's doing things no man can even think of doing, bro. He's doing, bro. When you can start doing things that nobody can do, I can't take that away from you. You know what I mean?
These guys are gonna say like you played back in the day with bus drivers and
They don't understand. The NBA was actually
milkmen.
more. The NBA was more competitive then. It was less teams. There was less teams. Remember too that back then they had to go and recruit players, so they had to go and find players. And then on top of that too, there was like 8 teams. And then on top of that too, he had to stick around in that league. And remember, if you guys are forgetting, he won the NCAA championship in Kansas. He was the best player in America. He was everything LeBron did. He did it plus more. There's nothing he didn't do that LeBron had. He's done plus more because he's won the NCAA championship. He also, I think, he played for the United States as well. So like a lot of things he's done. There's a lot of stuff that he's done. That's the thing. A lot of times, what happens is a lot of people think because of the time frame they want to discredit or take away from somebody because of the time frame somebody plays in. But the reality is history, right? You can't erase history. That's what they do. They do that all the time to fit their narrative. To make they want to push the goalpost and make somebody else bigger or better than what that person originally is. So in a situation like that, I can't do that. I can't take that away from Bill Russell. I wouldn't do that. I just can't do it. You see what I'm saying? Just like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Louis Cinder, bro. Shouts to Louis Cinder. You know what I mean? But I can't take that away from him either. Yes, he passed LeBron. I mean, less LeBron passed him, which is congratulations, LeBron. I can't take that away from LeBron either. But bro, we got to give it credit to where credit is due, bro. People, that's the thing. We got to give credit, bro. We have to. And those people that came before us that did all those records in less games and in more tougher circumstances. Remember, these guys didn't have the technology that they have today. You see what I'm saying? They didn't even have load management. A lot of these guys couldn't even score, couldn't even they were even a lot of them were even marginalized. They weren't even allowed to do what they wanted to do out there. You get what I'm saying? And they still were able to do what they did what they had to do with the resources they had. You see what I'm saying?
Where's LeBron James's pops, bro?
That's a whole nother conversation, but I hear you on that. That's a whole nother mystery. That's a mystery, bro. He's in prison right now. That's what I heard.
I heard they said he died, yo.
Nah, he's in prison. I heard he's in prison, bro.
They
You know what I
say he
mean?
died. He
Ron
was an ex
Artest,
NBA player.
Ron Artest said that his uncle was in prison with him. That's that. Ron Artest said they were in jail. That his dad and my cousin, his uncle was in prison together.
They also say is like this other guy named Nate
Rest in
Thurgard.
peace to him. That's an old
Yeah,
Akron legend.
yeah,
LeBron knows him. They know each other.
yeah.
Him and LeBron know each other.
They
That
say
guy used
that's
to
his
play in the
pops too.
NBA. He used to
Yeah,
play in the NBA. He's from
versus Wills.
him
All of
and
them.
LeBron are all from that same section over there. LeBron knows the guy.
They're born in the same hospital, apparently.
Yeah, LeBron knows him. LeBron said, "Yo, that guy's an Akron legend." Like LeBron has stories about that guy. So they all know that guy. They know him very well. Like they know him from the area over there. He's like one of those guys from the neighborhood legends or the city, the town or the city legend. He's that kind of guy, Nate Thurman. So salute to Nate. Rest in peace. God bless his soul, yo. So yo, Gio, what's your take on the whole LeBron and what do you rank him? Number one blogger. I know you haven't been number one blogger. You still there?
Yeah, I'm still here. I mean, what I will say is that when it comes to LeBron for this time, he is the dude. But the fact of the matter is I feel like I gotta call out more guys before him. Again, I can't really rate him as the best because he's playing in a soft league. The fact of the matter is, yeah, you won 4 rings, but with those rings, it was debatable. You had to leave your team to get those championships. The only, I'm not gonna sit here and disrespect LeBron, but I think the best championship he won was when he went back to Cleveland. Because with
Yeah, I agree.
the other championships, my dude got a lot of help. So to me, if he wants to be the GOAT, go and win at least two or three more championships. Then we can have a conversation. Because my problem is there's too many LeBron sexuals. And Drake, I know you're one of them. Mic drop.
Bro, I hear you still. Yo, who's this guy in the comment section over here, bro? Dude
Yo, you're
said
not responding to your
Dallas
viewers, bro.
Dallas made decision trading away pieces for bro. We're not even gonna get into that. We're talking about LeBron tonight. We'll talk about that tomorrow. LA. He says, yo, bro, you gonna respond to my effing question? You have no views. Oh, where? He said that's how you say you talking greasy now, yeah? Okay. All right. And then he says, yo, bum ass streams. Braun ain't
Huh?
listening. All right. All right. All
What's
right,
your
man.
response to that, yo?
Bro, no response, bro. We'll address all of that tomorrow, man. This guy, salute to yo, whoever this guy is in the yo, salute to you though. Bomac extra
So
barbecue
give him the
sauce.
link, bro. Click the link.
Nah, he ran away, bro. He took off, bro. He went.
Okay.
He's past his bedtime, bro. So you know he has to go back to his mom told him go to sleep. So he's you know what I mean. Yo, anyways, yeah, man. So LeBron, honestly, you know, the stream. We're gonna wrap up this stream. You see what I'm saying? I think we addressed a lot of things about LeBron James. Congratulations to LeBron James, though. We're not taking that away from LeBron. LeBron, we like you. Trust me, it's not no shade or no diss in LeBron. We're not one of these guys who hate on Bron, but we just call it what it is. We're gonna. There's no gray area over here, bro. It's either black or white. We're calling it what it is. You know what I mean? So
I
you
don't
feel
know,
me?
man. Braun to me just doesn't like. So like you said, salute to him, longevity, longevity, longevity. But he doesn't have that like same type of like cultive personality, like a Michael Jordan, like a Kobe Bryant, like a Wilt Chamberlain. Like he walks in the room and it's like, oh, okay, LeBron's here, cool. I'm dropping 30 on that nigga. You know what I mean? Like, I that's just the vibe I get. Like, people just look at him like, oh, switch. Let me get LeBron. Let me take LeBron versus
Yeah,
like Kobe. You don't want Kobe to play defense on you. You don't want Wilt to you don't want the ball to get
I got
to
a
Wilt in the
question though.
post.
I got a
Yeah,
question though. LeBron James though, in his heyday though, like in 2000s, was he
yeah.
very feared? Was he feared then? Were people
Then
fearing
yeah,
him?
then they feared him. They feared him up until like I would say L.A. LeBron. They feared him. I'll even say last season Cleveland LeBron. They stopped fearing him up
Yeah,
until now. But before that, yeah, he was feared.
I think
Miami LeBron, very feared.
very feared.
First
Mhm.
year Cleveland LeBron, first run in Cleveland LeBron, very very feared.
Very feared.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think the fear factor disappeared when Kevin Durant got to Golden State.
yeah.
Uh, but I believe personally, I think he people used to tie their shoes up for LeBron. I'm not gonna take away. People have to get ready for him. He's hard to prepare for, especially in his heyday when he was in Cleveland, bro, in the 2000s. A lot of young people don't know about that, but yo, that dude was literally like he looked like he was literally like on some assassin, Tenchu, freaking, you know what I mean? Some all my guys, my video game PS guys, and you know about the game Tenchu or you know what I mean, or Sekiro. He was on some samurai. I'd be playing that samurai type. He was just slicing and dicing, doing whatever he wanted. He was on some playground legend type stuff. He was a bully out there. He was doing whatever he wanted. He was dunking on guys. He was humiliating guys. He was able to get in and out of traffic. He was able to dominate in traffic. You know what I mean? He could do a lot of different things out there. And he was a freak of nature. He is a freak of nature. You know, I don't know. Mach 6, Mach 5, maybe. I don't know. That's debatable. You know what I mean? We will find out. What do you think? Mach 6? You just have to say, tell me which Mach you think he is, Styles.
Uh, I think I don't know, man. I don't know. What do you mean by that? Mach 6, Mach
I
5.
won't even go into there. We'll leave that alone. We'll leave that alone. You know what I mean, but we'll talk about that another time. But
Uh,
yo, basically, he's a great player though. And salute to him, bro. Honestly, bro, you guys chime in.
Yeah,
It's,
like
it's,
Chase Down LeBron, I think was my favorite era of LeBron. When LeBron would come out of nowhere and like slap the ball off the backboard, like that was ill. That was ill. He definitely revolutionized That's like him. That's like, to me, that's my signature LeBron. Like, chase down blocks. Uh, uh, like when he was really bouncy at the beginning, like bouncy, like just bouncing all over the place and slicing through defenders and stuff like that. Slicing and dicing and just give you 30 and just go home. Like, wake up the next day and do it again. Like, that was, yeah, 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 that LeBron. So yeah, that was my best. Those are my best memories of LeBron. Chase down LeBron and the first run in Cleveland LeBron. Those are my favorite versions of LeBron, technically. And yeah, man, I want to see what happens with Bronny James. Definitely want to see him make it to the league and do well. Definitely rooting for him. Yeah, and I've never really feeling the LA version of LeBron too much personally. Just never really got into it. Just never really caught my attention. Just whatever. But he got the record. Salute to him. Let's see what happens. Uh, let's see. I wonder how a guy like Delonte West feels right now. Like, what do you think he's doing? Like, do you think he watched the game tonight?
Good
I don't
point.
know. Nah, bro, we're not gonna go there, bro. This guy's a comedian. This guy
Uh,
came out of nowhere with that one, bro. Now we even go there, yo. But yo, honestly, yo, Styles is right, bro. Honestly, he's dropped some gems, bro. Like he stated some valid points, bro. I think one of my favorite memories of LeBron was versus the Detroit Pistons, bro. I think he took on that franchise and he took them to work, and I think he was like 22 years old, bro. I don't care what anyone says. He was playing some physical. That was a physical team, and LeBron James was able to take them out and defeat them and end them in his playoff series. I think that was very impressive to me. People say a lot of different things, try to compare LeBron to. The only person that I could sit down here and say I could ever sit down here and say that was maybe close to LeBron, that stylistically, but he was a very smaller player, was Derrick Rose. And Derrick Rose had a time frame where he was taking battling LeBron James when he was playing for Miami and Derrick Rose was in Chicago. But outside of that, I've never seen anything like LeBron James ever, 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 ever in the NBA. Never ever seen anything like that. I think he's a one off. You know what I mean? He's a one off, and that's that. You see what I'm saying? There's nobody who has a game like LeBron. Nobody. You see it only in the playgrounds. If you live in a black community, you live in a black neighborhood somewhere in North America, and you grew up playing in the playgrounds as a child, maybe you came up in the 90s or in the 80s or in the 70s or the 2000s, you might have seen a guy in your neighborhood that was doing stuff like that, like LeBron James S type stuff in your neighborhood. You don't see that in the NBA though. Michael Jordan, yeah, Michael Jordan was a skill player. Um, Zion Williamson, maybe you could sit on, but still LeBron has more over Zion than Zion. You see what I'm saying? LeBron could do way more at his age than Zion could do at, at Zion's age. You see what I'm saying? Like, I mean, when LeBron was Zion's age, he was doing a lot more. So you're not gonna see that kind of guy. And Zion's a lefty too. You're not gonna see another LeBron, anytime in the distant future. So right now, I get you guys are seeing the old age of him. But at the same time, if you saw him in his early days and you watched him year in and year out, like not highlights, like actual games, you know what I mean? Then you guys will understand where we're coming from. Number one blogger, chime in real quick, man.
My favorite LeBron of all time, definitely. I'm gonna have to go with Omari Styles. When LeBron first came into the game, yo, he was fearless. He was bouncy, but as Jamaicans would say too, he was bossy. That guy was confident. He didn't give an ish. Like that kid put Cleveland on his back, and for him to even go head to head with them teams back in the day, like Detroit, even the Boston Celtics, by himself, it was impressive because you could tell there was a fire in this man. Like he didn't sit there making excuses and be like, "I'm the only man." He put it in his head that he is the man. So it doesn't matter who he has on his team. I'm gonna go to the NBA Finals, and he did. I mean, we know the latter part of it, but yo, that was the LeBron that I really enjoyed. Yes, he definitely played way above the rim. But when he went to Miami Heat, that's when we really seen Showtime, but with some help. But the first the first version of LeBron Cleveland, I enjoyed that because you couldn't tell that kid no. I mean, a lot of these kids these days will sit there and be like, "Oh, I need some help." Nah, at that moment, LeBron's like, "Yo, I'm gonna do what I gotta do." So that's the LBJ that I really did enjoy. And let's be honest, before LBJ came into the game, by the time he hit the NBA, like the money he was making, it's because of that. That guys like Zion Williamson can get the money they get it now. Morant and X, Y, and Z. LBJ is that dude, so they should thank him. And that is all.
If you think about it too, I think LeBron James, he to me, I didn't know who Stephen A. Smith was until he started talking about LeBron James. I had no idea. And look at Shannon Sharp. Shannon Sharp, he could have been in one year, out the other year type of guy, but he's stuck around because of his love for LeBron James. So LeBron James has given a lot of people something to talk about out here. All these beat writers and these people just hate on LeBron. He doesn't even take it to heart. One thing I'll give him, he has some thick skin because these guys be like clowning him, trashing him, talking down on him, talking like they've ever picked up a basketball in their life, and he never responds. He never really says anything. Shows everybody mad love. Look at Shaq and Chuck. They talk all this garbage about him, but I think LeBron has surpassed Shaquille O'Neal by now. Well, that's one guy I can say he surpassed. I mean, I had him kind of neck and neck with Shaq, but I'll give the edge to LeBron just because again longevity.
But yo, Shaquille O'Neal's done something that no man ever done in the NBA ever, bro. Win an MVP, win a Finals MVP, win an NBA championship, all in the same damn year, and win a scoring title all in the same damn year, bro. Bro, that's some prolific shit right there. Don't be wrong. Bron James done something that nobody's ever done. And that's freaking have the most points scored, highest scoring, highest amount of points in NBA history. So LeBron does have something up as well. LeBron James, Shaquille O'Neal, that's a good one right there, bro. Salute to my guy, the
I,
Mario. Leave there with that one, bro. Honestly,
I give it to LeBron. I got at this point. I gotta give it to LeBron. Like Shaq tore down rims and made songs with Biggie, and
so sick
I'll
though.
give I'll
That's sick
give
though.
I'll give Shaq on
That's sick
that
though.
tip. Yeah, I'll give him
That's
on
sick
that
though.
tip. I'll
Breaking
give him on
rims,
that
bro.
tip. That
Bro, he
was
has
hard.
3 or 4 platinum albums. Jesus.
Yeah, I'll give him that. I'll give him
Three,
that.
four platinum recording albums, bro. Shaquille O'Neal, bro. Shaquille O'Neal's built differently, bro. Honestly,
Very,
bro.
very differently. Like that from that I don't sleep era. Like he's
Facts,
a busy man. Like he's all
facts.
over the place.
I agree, bro. I agree, bro. Definitely. Right now, you know what I mean. But we're gonna end this stream right now because I'm signing out of here. Salute to my guy Omari Wave. Salute to my guy number one blogger. Yo, we'll be back tomorrow. I guarantee you guys, tomorrow we will be back. I will be back tomorrow. So you can tune in tomorrow if you're interested in any Toronto Raptor talk. We'll be talking Toronto Raptor basketball tomorrow. The NBA trade deadline is this Thursday, supposedly. So I'm looking forward to seeing what's going to happen with that. We also do have the Super Bowl weekend that is happening this weekend. Check it out. We're going to be talking about some Super Bowl stuff, and then we will come up with the wrap up. I will be doing the controversial talk about the Toronto Raptors. I may do it tomorrow afternoon, actually. I may go come on live tomorrow afternoon and we'll talk about the Toronto Raptors because there's a lot of stuff that needs to be. Listen, just because I have not been saying anything does not mean I have not been watching or I have not. I've been monitoring everything that's going on there, and we will be addressing that situation. But as of right now, today was LeBron James's night. I just like to thank all the people that showed up tonight. Also, congratulations to LeBron James and the NBA and LeBron James and his entire family for LeBron for passing and doing this milestone. We did see it. We watched this all live. We're talking about it. This is the post game reaction of the game that just happened. Even though unfortunately they did lose to the Oklahoma City Thunder, but he still managed to make history tonight. So congratulations to him. Thank you all. We are signing out. Peace.